Namaste, this is Rishikesh Writings, and today our guest is Yogi Buddhi Prakash ji.
Thank you. Namaste. Welcome, Mr. Bahugunaji, Yogi Bahugunaji.
Namaste,
How are you?
I am good. Yogi ji, please share the light of your journey, how you started a transcendental meditation
Okay.
in your life, and how come Rishikesh attractive?
Thank you. When I was a student in intermediate class, I have a glance about my past life, and I saw that this home and this place is not mine, and I came from somewhere else because I seen till now I can see that I have one home that is quite vast, and it's north and south corner. It has a people uh, tree, and there are some books in the almirah. I can see now also. So that scene is very important, or its role is very important in my life. So after the intermediate class, I wrote a letter to Ramakrishna Mission Purpose, that I want to be a spiritual practitioner or teacher. Then they replied me that after graduation or post graduation, only I can go there and I can join them. So then I say okay, and I have wait. And after I went in a university, Agra College Agra and Agra University. From there I got master degree in Hindi literature. And suddenly when I was in MA previous, a teacher of transcendental teacher came from the Mahasi Mission. Mahasi Mission. My master is Mahasi Mahesh Yogi, and from his organization, a man came. He was a teacher, and he gave a small talk in our class. And he after that he asked if somebody want to be meditator and want to learn meditation, he can teach. So I say yes, I am only one person from that class, and I said I am interested and I want to learn meditation. Then he gave me initiation of transcendental meditation, and he introduced all techniques, this and that. And after that I practiced 3 months, and in 3 months I got very good experiences. First experience that I felt more healthy physically, mentally after that. So I realized that this technique is very easy, simple and scientific, and it was natural to me because I can meditate at any time or in any place. Just in this technique, most important thing is we have to learn how to sit quiet and calm with relaxed body, breath and mind. And this technique appealed me. So I like it, and I practice, and according my teacher, he said after 3 months that you are a very good practitioner and you have very good experiences. So why not you be teacher like him? I say okay, if you can guide me. Then he wrote a letter and he gave a letter, and there was Maharshi Mission was arranging a TTC course in Panchamari, Madhya Pradesh, MP. There is a military education center too. So I went there and I got a TTC course. It was 3 months. During that I get very special experiences about meditation and spirituality. And actually, according me, my experience, I got first glance of samadhi in that time. It was also a very miraculous event. Every Sunday we have holiday during the course. So there was a temple of Lord Shiva in Panchamari. It is called Chauda Mahadev. So the whole group have to go there to to visit or to see or to get blessing from Lord Shiva temple. So I also went with the group, and there was a very big bells, and student was ringing them, dun 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 like this. So I listened that sound many times, and after coming back, we came near about 6 o'clock at our place. So I was try to meditate, but my body was painful and tired, so I slept in meditation, and I think the whole time I was in sleep. I don't know anything. And tomorrow again, because our class for meditation practices start near about 6:30. So after washing a body or this, and I sat for meditation. And I don't know, maybe 5 minutes or 6 minutes, I just went, was sitting, and I realized that I merged, I finished, or I disappeared. Physically, mentally, I have no any identity about myself, and I don't know how long I was in that state. So after that, I wake up again, and suddenly I was sitting in half Padmasana, but after that, immediately without my effort, my leg folded, and I sat in full Padmasana, and pranayama, very fast pranayama started without my effort, very, and I was crying like an animal, how, and pranayama happening, and the mucus are coming from my nose, and this, and tears from eyes. So my classmates are also sitting near me in meditation, and one classmate was from Agra, from same college in which we were students there. So he just finished his meditation, and he went to our teachers or directors of course, and he said that something happened with Mr. Yadav. I don't know, he's crying and doing this, and I felt that my body is lifting, and yes,
lighter.
It became lighter, and it tried to left the earth, and and I just opened the eye. I want to see that it is lifting or not, but it was my just last point of my hips, bottom. Yes, it was just a touch, and this leg was folded like this, and I doing pranayama, and in whole body and ant sensation was happening. I don't know how long I was in that state. Suddenly the senior director, he afraid about my health, and he worried, and he called a doctor. A doctor came. I know he was a Muslim, and her name was Abbas, Dr. Abbas, and he checked up me during this pranayama and that state, and he checked my pulse and blood circulation, and he said, I don't know what happening this boy, but this is dangerous, because his pulse rate is very low and his BP is very slow, so I don't know what happening, but this condition is not good for heart. Maybe his heart will be failed, because my temperature became very down. So he said, whatever he is doing or you are doing with him, please stop this. And this director said to me that you have not meditated now, and he kept that friend that you have to observe. We could not meditate in any time. But what happened, I felt my mantra, because I got a mantra, initiation mantra, Diksha mantra, that appeared in my navel. Before, I have no this experience, and it was pulsating naturally, like Ajpa Jap. We listened this word Ajpa Jap, but first day I realized it, and it happened many times. And whenever I have time, I want to close eyes and I want to sit meditation. And if I close my eyes for 1 second, 2 seconds, again I have that state. And this boy who was with me as a guard, he will call. He called me. Oh, please don't meditate, don't meditate. But this mantra was always with me, and it pressed me, bound me to sit quiet and calm. It happened up to 1 week. After that, it became a little normal, slowly. And so it was my first a strange experience in my life before meditation. Before meditation, I get rest physically, mentally, and I get freshness after meditation. But this was a very strange experience in my life, and I realized that it is a samadhi. So after that, what happened? Maybe 1 month or 1.5 months later, my master came to visit that center, Maharshi, and His Holiness Maharshi came by helicopter. So he was coming in helicopter window, and he was want to come down, and from there he said like this, hello, Jai Gurudev. And I listened that sound, and I got again that state. And then all people, there are near about maybe 20 or 30 people. They went by cars and with Maharshi, and I was alone there, and there was a pilot of the helicopter, and this was a Sardar. So he came to me and he asked, hello friend, what happened to you? Why you are doing like this? Because I was like this, and I was shaking, my body shivering, and I have sweating, and I cannot talk, and I want to go again in that state. Inside I feel very pleasant, but outside my body was shaking, shivering, and it happened, I don't know, maybe some minutes, 15 minutes or 20 minutes. After that, a car came back from there with the group of Maharshi, and he took me, and I went again to there. And night time Maharshi have a lecture, so we are sitting all in front of him, and he was starting the lecture, and he just said something, and I listened, and I saw him from his face and his eyes. A very sharp light came, and it entered in me, just like a sparking. And that light came, and it entered in my eyes and my whole body, and suddenly I got that state again. I felt all the time that my body want to fly, and I cannot control my body. Then master said, okay, relax, this time is not for flying, wait. And then people opened my Padmasana, and I relaxed there, and he started continuing his lectures. So like this, many times I experience that this is the deepest experience of transcendental meditation. And transcendental meditation, from first day up to now, it is very natural to me. Because later I realized by transcendental meditation means we can get deep rest, physically, mentally, and emotionally. I realized that I can, or I had been detached completely from physical body, mental body, and
You say that's you get mantra.
yes.
Is it a Devi mantra?
No,
you
it
given,
was
or
it is a traditional mantra, Lord Shiva, and this is a Bija mantra.
a Devi.
Yes, Bij mantra, because in our meditation, and I also realized that smallest form of mantra is more helpful than long mantra in meditation. Because later I study Patanjali and all yoga books and texts and masters. Then I realized that meditation mantra is just helpful, but after we no need mantra too, because when you are ready to trance, you have to leave or forget everything. No action, no thinking, no feeling. You have to go beyond them, and it is natural. And asana, especially asana, helps. Pranayama helps, and meditation helps. Means if you want to go from body, mind, and heart beyond, then you have to need a comfortable sitting. Pranayama means very slow breath, no action, no breath, no thinking. Then you can enter into samadhi.
Some people do a Rechak mein Kumbhak in a pranayama.
See, if
what is
you
your view?
any pranayama, if you do any pranayama you are doing, there are two steps: inhalation and exhalation. Okay, so during inhalation we got a cosmic energy from outside, and we utilize it for purify to body, mind, and heart. Or during Rechan, or when you exhale, then you release the impurities of body, mind, and heart. So two steps every pranayama has. And by this we purify our body and mind. When your body, mind purified, then your asana becomes perfect. Because till body have rigidness or impurities, due to impurities or the in according Ayurveda we have more kapha, pitta, vata. It means they are important for life, but they are problem also. They are hindrance and they create a problem in asana. Means for samadhi or for pranayama you need a comfortable sitting. If you can sit, my master said, if you can sit comfortably, it means you can do half meditation, or your half meditation is finished. So comfortable sitting, and then pranayama, or minimize the breath. Or when you have a asana means complete minimize of action. When body becomes completely from activity, there is no activity, then you no need oxygen. Or you have no thinking in your mind, you no need oxygen. Oxygen need for activity of body, mind, and heart. So I think when you can sit completely comfortably near about 20 minutes, in my experience after 20 minutes your breath rates completely minimized. Sometimes I felt that I have no breathing. I don't know it's a time, but when I have no breathing, then I have no experience, any experience. No body experience, no mind experience, or no any thinking, no activity, and my ears cannot listen, eyes cannot see, nose cannot smell. I think that is the samadhi. So by control of physical body, by asana and breath rate and mind thinking, if you can do it, it is the most important technique in transcendental.
When we read of Swami Sivananda, Kabir Das ji, Ravi Das ji, Dadu Maharaj, so they describe in meditation you will get the experience of ringing bells, or you will get the experience of thunder, you will get the experiences of colorful
But
in
they
your eyes.
they are
What is your
my experience.
when the meditation?
These experiences, I have some experiences personally, but these are experiences only of Samprajnata Samadhi. Means these experiences are during the meditation, not in Samadhi. Samadhi means no experience, okay? But Samadhi, people generally, we say Samadhi for meditation. But samadhi, real samadhi is a result of meditation, not meditation. Meditation is a process. When this process ends, then samadhi starts, and it is called asamprajnata samadhi. Our text, Patanjali text, divided samadhi also in two parts. When you are knowing, when you are experiencing or doing by body, mind, and heart, it means you are in meditation. That is called samprajnata samadhi. Samprajnatma samadhi means you are knowing something that is good, bad. Either you are knowing, listening the words, or you are smelling something, or you are experiencing something, or any experience. Any experience means till you are in meditation. When no experience, then you enter into samadhi. And you realize difference after the asamprajnata samadhi. What difference you will realize? According to me, my experience, I realize that physically I am not, mentally I am not, emotionally I am not, but I am in physical body, mental body, emotional body. So I feel, after that I felt a separation. All the time I have this experience that I and my are different. My means my body, my heart, my children, my family, my this and all the material world. All material experiences are during meditation. Maybe in waking state, or in dreaming state, or maybe in sleeping state. All states, whatever you are experiencing, you are the experiencer of your opposite, or your second, or your relatives. Okay, either you are experiencing about the body, mind and heart, or any relative. But in samadhi, you don't experience anything. I think I realized first time it is a temporary death. Because my doctor also, that in that time I don't know, but now I realize, later long experience I realize that samadhi is a temporary death. So man can enter into samadhi without fear, but without fear, or without entrance in samadhi without fear, we need everyday experience. So since that I am meditating, now actually I realized since many years that meditation not is a particular thing and particular time. Yogi can live all the time in meditation without doing meditation. So once you established in yourself, Patanjali said, Tada drishtu swarupe avasthanam, then the drishta, the seer, the knower, the experiencer settled in itself. Settled means the knower and known are always separate, different. So once this dharana settled in your mind and heart, then you are always, without effort, without closed eyes, without pranayama, you can live in samadhi. So now this is a very simple thing for me, with the grace of my master, and I lived with him 11 years. I listened to him, I enjoyed him, and after that I start to live as a yogi.
And when was the first time you start teaching a meditation?
Since after 3 months, first day when I got my master not gave any certificate. He said, if you can do puja of Gurudev, and then you are a teacher. So this is a very fortunate for me. First day I got a initiation to a boy that was a student, and he came suddenly. His father came to me, and he said that this boy child want initiation, and I said yes, this is very good and grace of Gurudev. So I taught him meditation, and after that I don't know he was practicing or not. But first day I got, after becoming teacher, I first day got a initiation. So since that I am teaching more than, I was became teacher in 1978 July. Since that I am teaching transcendental meditation, all types of people. Sometimes I taught meditation in jail, and for decades in Madhya Pradesh, and professors, lecturers, or scientists, police officer, all type people I taught, because we cannot taught only Babas. Master said no, you have no right to teach to sannyasis, okay? So we never have experience, but at last I want to say thank you for your coming, and I am satisfied. Since that time when I became teacher, or after this personal experience, I never have desired to go to any teacher or to ask anything. I sometimes read, I like read some books, but not I have desire to learn more.
What is your favorite book to read?
I think Bhagavad Gita is best book in a Sanskrit or Hindi. And nowadays many marketing books are available, but I don't. I like only textbook, old textbook like Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Patanjali Yoga Sutra is a key of old knowledge. Only one sutra, if you can understand and you follow in your life, you can become full yogi. Maybe first sutra, second sutra. 5 sutras are very, very important. They are first steps of whole yoga. And Hatha Yoga Gita is also very good book for physical fitness and for health. And but I think all meditation are only one. Only one.
Like Ganga originates from Gomu can go to.
There are what we have to understand difference between names of meditation. There are many names, but only dharana are different. Meditation is the same. Patanjali used 3 words: dharana, dhyan, then samadhi. So dharana may be different. Okay? Many types. I can take dharana, this banana tree. I can take dharana, anything. But dharana is in mind and dharana, okay? So when mentality and dharana becomes closer, that is called meditation. Both becomes one, then it is samadhi. So when there is no mind, there is no dharana, then you are there.
And you also teaches in China.
I taught China, France, Thailand, but generally I taught many years. Since 2006, first time I went in China, 2006 for 9 months, and I lived there in Guangzhou.
And in China, you says many students, yoga students, they mostly prefer to learn about the asana.
Yes. They are only interested in asana.
Yes.
Some people, sometimes we can find some student. Or I realize one thing is strange. After 40 years, those students are doing asana as a teacher or asana practicing. But after 40 years, they realize some more things. They need something, and then they become interested in pranayama and meditation. But generally, the Chinese students, they are very devotee. Students are very good, but they like to do more fitness of physical body and only stretching and maintain their physical health. They realized, or they have idea that yoga is only fitness for physical fitness. But I have long experience, so I realized after 40 or 35 or practicing many years asana, they realize that asana is a part of yoga, but yoga is something more. And so they can this is changing. Now many people are very old practitioner and they realize yoga, meditation. They are interested in meditation. And nowadays many teachers are teaching them different types of meditation. And nowadays I have prepared 4 teachers, and they are working in China. They learned from me, I taught them, and now they are working in China since 10 years, 15 years. But nowadays they are teaching them this bowel meditation, sound meditation.
Sound meditation is also
it's becoming very
popular.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So now Chinese people are interested because they have long experience, but they are very kind and very devotee. Chinese, okay, more than European people. European people, because Chinese is a culture, Asian culture. So it is very close to Indian culture. They give more respect to the teacher than the European. European people, they behave with teacher like a business, because they are giving money and teacher have to work for them. They have no deep respect. But than the Chinese. But Chinese people, they cannot. Their problem is that they don't understand the language, English language. They don't know Hindi, and we cannot teach them in Hindi, and we have to utilize English language, and this is problem for them. Otherwise, they are best students, and they have very respect to the teacher.
We saw that Germans quite interested about our meditation.
Germans people have they are more close to Indian, but they are very few people. Germans the German students are not coming more in India, more than American and some other countries of Europe. They are coming, but German people are more quiet, more relaxed, and interested in meditation than the asanas.
And what was your best moment or a funny moment in your class?
See, I like seriousness in my classes. Okay? I don't want to play with the student. I want to teach them seriously, and whatever I have in my heart, I want to transfer to them. And without respect and without discipline, they cannot get this. So I never become I am always serious about my class. Whatever I am saying, I want to say them by force. So my words, because I have its own experience. So whatever I want to teach them, I want to teach with that force, what I experienced already. Because I have honesty with my words. What I want to say, it is my own experience, and it is the grace of Gurudev. So I never become simple and normal with the student.
Did you also met Gurudev, Maharshi Mahesh Yogi in the Rishikesh?
No, because in Rishikesh I came 1978, and Maharshi, yes. I met 3 times when I came here, because Maharshi came here up to 82. So 3 or 4 times I met him, because every year he have a refresher course for all students, all teachers of India. Because in that time we have 400 teachers all over India, and he called them to here. So I met with him 2 or 3 times, and last time he put me in an intensive course for 9 months, and I was in his cave and I meditate 9 months. We were 11 students, teachers, and we done that course. That time also I have very different and very strong experiences, and due to that experiences I have belief, I have faith, I have my own experience, and it is unshakable experience in my life. So I believe that yoga is a reality, but we can realize it by own practice.
And when we see a Rishikesh before 2009, there was something different.
Yes.
And then after 2009, like 2011, it will come in a commercial platform, I think. And now it is Yoga Alliance is one organization who's giving a certification for the yoga teacher training.
See, what happened after this state becomes separate or new state, then money start to flow from Delhi or big cities towards Uttarakhand, and many money came here. Then people mind are just become busy to think about business, and due to this people becoming more business. So yogi also changed, and yogi also realized that without money we cannot survive, and we have no respect, and we cannot teach yoga to more people. because they need it. Because Western people, especially Western people, they like facilities. We have to give them modern facilities. So many yoga teachers became interested to earn money, and they build up very good buildings, and now they are giving good facilities. And about alliance, this is also we are bound, because if we not teach according the Yoga Alliance, then student cannot get business in their countries.
This is the main factor.
This is main factor. So we have to teach according them. But we are teaching yoga, Indian yoga, real yoga, ancient. But we have to teach under their certification. Because in India, our government and our society never thought seriously about organizing. So we have no any organizing authority and power. So we have to follow them. Otherwise, if Indian government can recognize some now they recognize it. Now we have some universities, because I also got master degree from Gurukul Kangri in yoga. I was first student with Karamveer, who was the partner of Baba Ramdev, and Baba Ramdev was doing that time MA in Veda. So this is good. It is good, but problem that if we lost the purity of teaching behind money, then that will be problem. So we can pray with Gurudev or God that teacher must be sincere about their teaching and their purity of teaching. And the second is money is also important.
These days, many students coming to learn about the Kundalini Yoga. They have.
See, I
what
think
is your view about?
My view is that if you do the meditation, Kundalini means what? Kundalini means prana sakti. Okay, so it is related with our breath, prana. If your breath will be seized, or your mind will be seized, your Kundalini already will awakening. So only meditation is a way, but prepare to physical preparation and physical or mentally, you need some mudras and some bandhas or some pranayama, special pranayama technique. But I realize all pranayama, all meditation are just going, and their result is awakening of Kundalini. So we no need. Just you can take dharana. Dharana can change. Okay, if you take this Kundalini word came from Tantra. Tantra is also similar path like yoga. Okay, because both are coming from the Sankhya. Sankhya is a basic theory of yoga that came from Vedas and Upanishads. And Veda, there 4 sentences are very important, and they are symbol of samadhi. First sentence they said that Prajnanam Brahma, Rigved said Prajnanam Brahma. That supreme is knowledge, knowledge is supreme. And what is the supreme knowledge? I am that. I am Brahman. Tata Tvam Asi. You are that. I am that. First teacher said knowledge is supreme. Okay. This is said Rig Veda. Second Veda, Yajurveda said you are that. This you are that taught by the teacher. Okay. Because teacher have already experienced that I am that. And when a teacher and student both, student listen, teacher said you are that. Student listened, and after practicing, he also replied to teacher, yes Guruji, I am that. I am Brahman. Aham Brahman. And after that, teacher and student both together said, or they declare that all is Brahman. I am Atma Brahma. I am Atma Brahma. So these are the 4 sentences, and they just manifested in the form of Upanishad and 6 darsanas, 6 philosophies. So yoga and Sankhya, they are oldest philosophy. Sankhya is the oldest philosophy. It is divided in 2 parts. One is mentally knowledge or mentally knowing. Second is physical or physical mode. And Tantra. Tantra start from body towards soul. From body to soul, or body change into soul. This is the path of Tantra. And mind change in soul. That is the path of Patanjali or Sankhya. So both are the complementary of each other. So we have a very good path, very clear path, and we have many choices. We have 6 choices. So you can know yourself by yoga, by Sankhya Yoga, by Tantra, by Nyaya, Vaisesik, or by Upanishads, Vedas. So we have a full range of knowledge, and by this we know that knowledge is supreme. So Samadhi is a supreme knowledge.
Thank you very much for your valuable time. You share your wisdom. So this is Buddhi Prakash ji from Rishikesh, Uttarakhand, India. But he originally from the UP. Uttarakhand start taking birth in 2002. So
I came in Uttarakhand 1990. Since that I am living in Moksha Ashram and working around whole Rishikesh.
How many schools you teaches?
See, I don't know. There are 100 schools, but I like or I got chance to teach in 4 or 5 schools only. They are very big schools, like Samadhi, Vishnu, but it was arises before some years, and before that there are other old schools. Before I have my own school when I was young in Mount View, Tapovan, but I thought somebody calls me, I go there and I teach. I like interested to teach the intellectual understanding, what I got from my practice and my grace of Guru and my study. So now I am interested only teaching meditation. Thank you.
Namaste.
Jai Guru.